So I'm out today with Lewis RingwayManchester. Lewis, welcome back to the channel.
Thanks for having me, James.
Lewis has been on the channel a few times, as you'll probably recall. So today we've come on to Castle Ring, where we're going to do a few little radio tests. I'm going to be using my Alan 42DS handheld CB, a few years old. And Lewis, what are you going to be using today?
I'm using the brand new Thunderpole TX, which I unboxed this morning and have yet to get to grips with.
Okay, and your first thoughts?
It seems really good. It seems really well made. It's supposed to have really good noise reduction in it. And yeah, it's supposed to be a bit of a game changer for the CB radio handheld world. So
right, well, we'll see, won't we?
We'll tell, yeah.
So I'm going to leave Lewis here. I'm going to jump in the van and go off to another location about 3 to 4 miles away, where we're going to actually put these radios to the test. Now, I'm going to be trying out this stock antenna, this little useless looking rubber antenna. I'm also going to be using this telescopic antenna. You've probably seen this on a porta pack radio. That one I think is going to work really well. So we're going to give that one a try. But also another antenna that I've had for a while. It's kind of mid-range, like a flexible black 11 meter band antenna. I'm not sure where I even got this one from, but this has given me good results as well. So I'm going to be trying these out. Lewis, what aerials are you going to be trying out on yours?
So I've got the stock antenna, and historically, as you know, James, and anyone watching this will know, stock antennas that come with CB radios aren't the best, purely because of the size and the sort of the physics of the way antennas work. It's impossible to get a truly effective antenna into a package this size, but time will tell. And I've also got this HYS Rod 130N, which is a telescopic, very similar to what you had there, James. So this was about £15. Yeah.
I agree with what you say, and anyone out there who's used handheld radios will know that any stock antenna that comes with the radio, whether it's ham radio, 2 meters, 70 centimeters, all stock antennas seem to be just garbage. They never work well.
Yeah.
But we need to try them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right, great. So we're going to do that. Also, I thought today we're also going to just try my old Retevis out. I can't even remember what model this is.
It looks like the RT83.
RT83. It does
RT3.
RT3.
Something like
It does DMR as well. So we're going to be trying these out, and also I'm going to be trying my Retevis RT29.
This is an RT3S.
RT3S, thank you. So the RT29 I'm going to be trying out. This is UHF FM. So I've not done a proper review on these, and this isn't going to be a proper review. I just want to do a comparison using digital, UHF FM and CB over the same distances with the same obstacles in the way. So just to see how we get on.
Just a fun day playing radio.
It is a fun day playing radio, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Oh, don't forget, Lewis.
The main event.
Yes, one of the main reasons of today's happening is because I built this porta pack CB, which is what this antenna is going to be used for mainly. So that is something else we're going to be trying out today.
That's brilliant.
So all in all, Lewis, providing the weather holds off, we should have a good day.
Fingers crossed.
Right, okay, let's separate now and go and do some tests.
Okay, so we're on low power on the stock antenna first, and I'm not holding out much hope for this, but we'll give James a try anyway. Okay, James, are you receiving on low power on the stock antenna?
Yes, Rod, you've got me now. Got me now. I've had first my squelch up. I'm going to see you. You're coming through good audio, probably signal free.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I wasn't sure whether that would work. So I'm on low power, so 0.5 watt on the stock antenna. And yeah, give me some more audio and I'll see how the signal's coming through this side back to you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm using my stock antenna as well. Like I said, the signals, the radio's about 3, signals about 4 or 5. And I'm just standing in the car park having a QSO with you.
Yeah, okay, you signal 3 this side, a bit of noise but fully readable, so not too bad at all. Right, James, I'm just going to switch up to high power on the same antenna and I'll call you again.
Roger. So there's actually signal 4 then coming through. I'll have to open the squelch up just in case. Oh, no, don't.
Okay, James, on full power now, are you receiving?
Yeah, there's barely any noticeable difference at all. It's still coming through signal 4. Got a slight QRM, but generally you're coming through just as well.
Yeah, okay, James, you're the same this side as you'd expect. I'm just going to turn noise reduction on, turn the noise reduction circuit on in this radio, and I'll call you back and we'll see what difference that makes.
Roger that.
So that wasn't too bad really. He's quite a distance away. We'll give you all the measurements and distances a little bit later. But that's come through okay. So I've just about...
Okay, James, so you're receiving now. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you're coming through exactly the same signal. There's absolutely no difference this end whatsoever. But it's nice and clear though, Lewis. It's still a very good signal.
Okay, James, the signal actually dropped a little bit for me then, but with that noise reduction circuit on, it made all the difference. It sounded like you were end stopping. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm blown away by the noise reduction on that last transmission. Just give me some more audio, James, just for the camera, and we'll let the viewers hear for themselves what that sounds like. Back to you.
Yeah, that's a Roger, Lewis. Yeah, no problems at all. Still the same power coming through, nice and clear. I've now managed to close the squelch, so the squelch is now closed, and I'm being able to pick you up. Okay, so we're all good, we're good to go.
Yeah, great stuff, James. Okay, stand by 1 second. I'm going to switch to the telescopic antenna, back in low power mode, and I'll come back to you. Stand by.
So Lewis's aerial, he's using the Thunderpole TX. He's using the Thunderpole TX with the stock antenna. Let's see what it's like on the next one.
Okay, James, on the telescopic whip now, back on low power. I wonder if you're receiving me and how well.
Yeah, signal is still 4. I'll say the audio's probably a little bit stronger, Lewis. A little bit stronger than it was last time. So we're certainly going in the right direction there. What about myself?
Yeah, James, you signal 3 this side, so not a great deal of difference. I was actually expecting the stock antenna to not be very good, and the telescopic to make the world a difference. But I suppose there's not massive difference between us. I think it'd probably be more noticeable at longer distances. But yeah, you're sounding okay, James. Okay, I'm going to switch up to high power and call you back and see what that sounds like.
Roger.
I think the biggest difference is going to be when I take this stock antenna
Okay,
off.
James, on high power now on the telescopic, without noise reduction. Let me know how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you've now gone to signal 5. The audio's got a little bit stronger, a little bit punchier as well.
Yep, okay, James, I wasn't looking at the signal meter then, so just give us a count from 5, count up to 5 and back, and I'll see how you're sounding. Give you a signal report.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget, Lewis, I am actually using my stock antenna as well at this time.
Yeah, no problem at all, James. Still signal 1, but fully readable. I'm going to switch into noise reduction circuit now, and we'll see how that sounds. So I'll call you in a second.
Okay, so my next test is going to be using this. This isn't a stock antenna. It's a little bit bigger than the stock. So get a flexible one.
Okay, James, noise reduction's on now this side, so give us some audio and we'll see how that sounds.
Lovely, Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, James, that noise reduction is amazing. Absolutely unbelievable. It sounds brilliant. It gives it almost a bit of a digital type sound without any R2D2, and yeah, it just does what it says it does. Takes all the noise away. Absolutely brilliant, James. Give us some more, please.
Certainly, Lewis. I'm pleased it's made a big difference for you. The radio itself is a smart bit of kit. It's got some good features, and it's clearly working very well for you.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, James. Great stuff. Okay, do you want to switch up to your telescopic antenna? I'll keep everything the same this side, but switch over to your telescopic and we'll see how that sounds this end and see what sort of signal we get.
Yeah, Roger, give me 2 seconds. Okay, stock antenna off, telescopic antenna, and we're on.
This antenna?
Hey, Lewis, have you got me now?
Yeah, give me some audio, James.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your signaling to me is now just gone up to a 7.
Yeah, your signal 5 this side, James, signal 5. I'm going to take noise reduction off and just give me some more audio.
Lewis, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. using the Alan 42DS with the telescopic antenna.
Yeah, it still sounds good even without the noise reduction there, James. The extra signal strength just making that little bit of difference. But yeah, signal 5, really good audio, and yeah, brilliant stuff. I'm quite impressed. Well, really impressed with this radio, and both the antennas as well. The stock antennas done well, exceeded my expectations straight off as well, James. Be interesting to see if we can make some other contacts on channel 19. But yeah, okie doke. I'll leave that there, and I'll meet you back at base.
Yeah, Lewis, I just want to try one more antenna for me.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
Lewis, I'm going to try the in-between antenna. It's the flexible antenna. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay, no worries, James. So it's about 1.5 foot long, isn't it? Yeah, great stuff. Okay, I'll stand by.
Okay, Lewis, now using the flexible antenna, the mid-range one. How's that coming through to me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, exactly as you'd expect, James. So the stock antenna was a signal 1, the medium antenna is a signal 3, and the telescopic is a signal 5. So yeah, all seems to be working as they should there, James.
Lovely. Lewis, I've also got my little quarter pack right out. Within a few moments, we can give that one again.
Yeah, definitely, James. Switch the porter pack on, and I'll put some information in the video about how people can see that. But yeah, switch it on, James, and I'll stand by. Which antenna will you be using?
We're going to use this same black antenna I'm using at the moment, this flexible one. If you keep your settings out of the R, I'm just going to use a different radio for the same antenna.
Yeah, okay, James, I'll stand by, and I'll wait for you to call on that one.
Okay, so let's give that one a go. So this is the radio we're going to try now. This one you would have seen the previous video. We're going to see how well this works. Turn it on, get onto the same frequency.
Do you copy now?
Yeah, receiving, James. Give me some audio.
Okay, Lewis, I'm using the quarter pack radio that I built. Still on the same frequency, using the mid-range black flexible antenna.
Yeah, James, so you're a signal 1 there, but obviously with this noise reduction on, you're still sounding really good. Let me turn it off, give me some more audio.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're using the aerial the rear antenna port. I'm going to try the same experiment using the front antenna port shortly.
Yep, so you're a signal 3 then, James. I'm assuming that's maybe because you're just a little bit lower down than you were when you were stood up with the handheld. But yeah, it's sounding good, James. Sounding really good. Nice audio, good signal as well.
I'm just going to change the aerial. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, James, what are you changing to again?
So I'm going to use the same antenna, but I'm going to use the front aerial port.
Okay, no problem.
Right, so let's see whether this should work just the same. There shouldn't be any difference in this, but let's give it a go.
Are you picking me up now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, James, signal 1, but sounding really good.
I think my van's causing issues. Let me move away from the van. Okay.
Right, that's brilliant. I'm just moving away from my van. Would any clearer now, ever?
Yep, signal 3 there. Just tried you with noise reduction on and off, and you were signal 3.
So Lewis, I've just stood about 3 or 4 feet away from the van, holding the radio up to my mic. So I think all in all, there's not much difference my side from using a handheld to this quarter pack.
Not really, James. No, you're between a signal 1 and a signal 3, then depending on where I have the radio position. So yeah, it's sounding good, and that's a 5 watt rig there as well, a battery pack. So yeah, great stuff.
Wonderful. Okay, Lewis, thank you for that. I think it might be a good time to have a pause, or do you want to go over to the HF?
No, that's okay, James. I'll end the test here, and yeah, I'll say 7-3, and I'll catch you back at base.
Roger that. Brilliant. Okay, let's turn this off. Right, so a final part of the test, I want to try out the Retevis RT29. These are a couple of radios I've had for some time and not really used them very much, but I also want to try this other Retevis. This is like DMR as well. So I want to give these a try, just test them out for range. So this is the UHF version, the RT29 on UHF. This is the it's going to be using the same sort of frequency range. However, with this one, it's going to be digital. So,
Lewis, we're using the same locations as we were for the CB test. Just want to do a quick test now for these, see how well these are coming through to each other on the RC29.
Yeah, James, just give me some more audio. That was a bit quiet then. I'm not sure if you were away from the radio. Just give me some more.
Yeah, apologies, I did walk away a little bit. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, James, absolutely end stopping. Really, really strong signal. Great audio as well.
Wonderful. And DMR. Lewis, you copy?
Yeah, loud and clear, James. Give me some more audio just for the camera.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've had no pocket or packet loss from you just now, so that seems to be working quite well as well.
Yeah, no packet loss whatsoever. Sounding really strong. James, nice audio. As is always the case with these Retevis DMRs. I've got a few of these myself, and they're always brilliant. The analog one is new to me, James. This feels really strong and rugged and solid. So yeah, very, very nice, James. Back to you.
But no, it's a very strong, rugged radio. 16 channel UHF, I love it. It's a great one. It's one you can batter and drop around, and I don't think it'd make too much damage.
Yeah, absolutely, James. Absolutely. Yeah, impressed with that. I wouldn't mind picking up a couple of these myself.
Yeah, cheers, Lewis. The thing that gets me at the moment is we are probably a couple of miles away from each other as the crow flies. There's quite a lot of obstructions as well because we're quite built up wooded area. And I'm just surprised UHF is working as well as it is. And the CB, with the larger antenna and the frequencies that we're using, doesn't seem to do quite as well, Rog.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? Yeah, you would expect the UHF to suffer, but yeah, CB I always find CB a little bit of a battle if you're not in the optimum position to get any decent sort of range. Any long ranges on the FM with 5 watts. Yeah, I suppose the difference is with the DMR, you're sort of all or nothing. So we may actually not be receiving an amazing signal on DMR, but it sounds like a full signal, and your measure of the signal loss is within any packet loss, which doesn't seem to be any. So yeah, but the analog, I don't know if you want to switch back over to analog, James, and resume there, but the analog sounds brilliant.
Yeah, let's go back to analog.
all right, back onto analog. Are you there, Lewis?
Yeah, loud and clear, James. Give me some more audio, and we'll just see what that sounds like. I'll hold the radio down in front of the camera. The antenna is almost sort of horizontal as well, where I'm holding it, and we'll see what the signal's like.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just standing and walking around the car park a little bit now, surrounded completely by trees and bushes, kind of chase area, and the audio is absolutely 5 and 9. It's BBC quality, Rog.
Yeah, James, okay, you're 5 in 9 this side, absolutely no problems whatsoever, and the only noise in the background is just a tiny bit of wind as you walk in, and it's barely noticeable. If there's some sort of noise reduction circuitry in this radio, it certainly sounds that way, James, anyway. Yeah, it's harder to tell on the DMR because the wind doesn't generally modulate any sound when it's just a reasonable amount of breeze. So, yeah, great stuff, James. Absolutely impressed with this screenless radio anyway. Really good.
Yeah, it's a great radio. One of the good things about it, it's kind of idiot-proof as well. There's no buttons to accidentally press or to get confused with. You just select the channel and you select the volume. It's nice and easy. I'm very impressed. To be fair, I've always enjoyed using Retevis. Retevis have always been good radios for them. A little bit better than I think the Baofeng. I know that can be quite controversial. But Rog, at the end of the day, it's working really well under these conditions.
Yeah, James, absolutely. Just give me 5 or 10 seconds of just dead air, please. I just want to listen to something. Hang on.
How's that, Rog?
Yeah, on your last over, I was hearing a little bit of bleed over from the local transmitter over at Pye Green, but it disappeared then. It could have dropped carrier, but yeah, no, really good, James. Impressed, very impressed.
Wonderful, thanks for that, Rog. Rog, is there anything that you want to test from your end whilst I'm out and about?
No, James, I'm all good this end. The CB, I'm glad to know it's working perfectly. So yeah, that's all I need, James.
Okay, I'm going to pack up and come back. So I'll see you in about 10-15 minutes when I get back to you.
Okay, James, 7-3. We'll catch you soon.
Right, so yeah, so there we go. That's been a good test. I'm going to pack all this stuff up now. I'm going to go meet Lewis in his destination, and we'll have a bit more play. Okay. Right then, so there we go, Lewis. How did that go for you?
That was good fun, wasn't it?
Enjoy it?
Yeah, nice to get some radio working.
Right, we've had a good day today. So anyway, we've
Hang
had...
on, sorry. I got that itch, you know, when you have sunburn.
Yeah.
It's called the devil's itch or something.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Right. So anyway,
Are you
thanks.
going to be putting any outtakes in your video?
No, Rog, I'm too professional.
Okay, Rog.
Right, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get this with Andy, you know, he's professional, he's on the ball.
On the
Right,
ball,
listen, we've had a great day. We've done some good tests. I'm very pleased with the results for my Midland Alan DS42 DS.
I think we put an unnecessary downer on that radio because they are a really good radio. Midland is like the standard in more modern CB handhelds. I don't think we gave that the opportunity. I think what happened was when we did the beach test last year, we didn't get anybody because we were a bit out in the middle of nowhere. I think that probably tainted our view of the radio a little bit.
I think it did, and I think what put me off as well is the car kit that comes with this. It feels really cheap and it doesn't feel very good. It feels like the contacts underneath where the battery goes and the antenna clips just doesn't feel very good at all. And then when you compare that then to your new radio, your Thunderpole TX, which you'll see a bit more shortly, it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised as to how well this is actually done. I've kind of fallen in love with it again.
Yeah, the receive on that was noticeably better than the Thunderpole. But I suppose the Midland is twice the price, almost twice the price as well. So, you know...
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, when you were using your what's that noise reduction circuit, the NRC, that made such a big difference. And that wasn't like a cheap feature on a radio. That works really well. Yeah. Have you recorded clips of that difference?
Yeah.
So you'll see the difference on that one.
Absolutely.
So that's worked really well. So I've used the rubber antenna, the stock. I've also used this little flexible antenna as well as the telescopic. Telescopic, I think for mine, when I was out doing the test, that worked well for you, didn't it? That gave you the good signal?
Yeah, I think the small antenna gave a signal 1, the medium gave a 3, and the big one gave a 5, which is to be expected. I was surprised that my telescopic wasn't as good as the stock antenna.
No.
Which could be a reflection of this, but I don't think we gave this a fair shot, and I'm quite surprised at how well that actually works.
Yeah. I think we were in a good location up on Castle Ring when you did the test with that stock antenna. Now, I wonder whether that stock antenna would have performed so well if you'd been in a more built-up area. So in a more built-up area, the telescopic might have been a better antenna.
Absolutely, yeah. It swings and roundabouts, isn't it? But it was good to test. I need to do some more experimentation with that as well. I think the UHF was as expected. The UHF seemed to cut through, really well. You sort of get mixed and varied results on UHF, but I think today they both did.
Yeah, they did. I was really pleased, and I was quite surprised as to how clear that was. Now, like I said before, it was 2-3 miles away, I think, with a lot of trees and stuff in our way. It came through so clear.
Yeah, I think for me, I think we're trying to bring the nostalgia back of CB out. We're trying to get CB to take off the air. Take off again. A few other YouTubers are sort of trying to do that as well. Yeah. I think the main advantage is the radios like what we used there, you can't use anywhere without a license, without some form of license. Yeah. Whereas with this, you don't need any license, and there's less stringent rules on this. You can pretty much talk about whatever you want. Where the license systems, such as the UK Simple, a PMR license, an amateur radio license, there's all a level of etiquette and rules to follow. Where with CB, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
I mean, let's face it, we all started off on CB, didn't we? We didn't have PMR radios, we didn't have VHF, UHF handhelds to play with back in the day. It's always started off with CB, and it's funny how many people go back to CB.
Yeah.
I love it still. I really do.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It's great just getting out there and testing a couple of CB handhelds.
Yeah.
One guy stopped and asked me what I was doing. He thought I was doing the photography, and it took a minute for him to twig that we were actually testing radios. And
Yeah.
he was quite surprised. I said, yeah, we're just doing a bit of range testing, and he's going to be watching our videos. As
Oh,
well,
is he?
So hopefully, yeah,
Bonus
he's
then.
watching these, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? Right, well, listen, we've had a cracking day. We've got a lot of editing to do now, a lot of tidying up and sorting out. The weather's held off okay for us.
Yep.
So all in all, I'd say today's been a success.
Yep, absolutely.
Excellent. Any final points from you?
Don't forget to check the Ringway Manchester channel out.
Yeah, of course, RingwayManchester. Give him some clicks. You're probably all subscribers, because I think I pinched all your subscribers off you anyway. So, but yeah, definitely you'll see the other side of the tests. Are probably better detailed ones that Lewis has done. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. I can't believe you just stuck your thumb up. That was so coolly. And then I copied you.
That's what you do, Rog.
Ah, Rog.
Rog, you weren't going to mention my channel.
I forgot.
How dare you? I mentioned yours in the first sentence. You evil man.
Rog. That hurts.
Sorry, Rog. Rog, an amazing outro.
Amazing outro.
Rog, don't be upset.